Hey folks, Michelle tending the fire, even though you can't see it. It's hot.
Yeah, there are holes in there, but I'm not sure you can see it with the light. Yeah, um, that's the one thing about being over here is that doesn't matter how cold it is outside. When you're sitting in front of it, it warms
It's
up
hot.
quick. So, how are you guys?
And we are getting rain.
Yes, we have actually. Was that the table? Oh,
Mhm.
sounded like someone was knocking. We have actually missed all of the rain showers and everything that has come through central Oklahoma recently.
They
We've
go
been in
north
like a
and
big donut.
north and south.
Yeah,
We sat right in the center, dry as a bone.
yeah. There's been like a donut over central Oklahoma. I mean, some towns have had a few, but boy, we've had none, and we're kind of in the heart of the drought that's going on. So
Yep.
I just looked a little bit ago, and we're at like 3/10 of an inch. So to get 3/10 of an inch of rain, and it's still raining, so
Yeah.
that
And
we're happy.
it's a soft rain, so it's not like pouring down, running off,
No,
going to the creeks. It's soaking in. So
yeah, so very good. Such a
Yeah.
blessing. So I hope it rains like this all night. That would be ideal.
it would be ideal, but it's not going to.
Isn't it coming up from Texas?
Yeah, but as it comes up, it goes.
It's yeah, it's probably gonna move off towards all of you guys, Robbie and Ryan and all of y'all, because it's not gonna stick around here too long. So what has been going on? Yeah, I guess there's the chat. Scroll up and see. We forgot to turn chat on. Uh, there we go.
Rebecca.
Hello, Rebecca. Yep, and Scotty and Ryan's there. And okay, Keith is on Farm to Table Show now, and Homestead Garage is Ryan.
Okay.
Wonderful. Thanks, guys. And who's that?
That's
Oh
Robbie.
my! Yep, Robbie. I got to be up close to read these. Okay. They were going to get up to 2.5 inches. They changed it to 2/10. Is that what that is? That sounds like how it's been going with us.
Oh, it's like, oh, you're in the 2 to 4 inch range, and we get
Yeah.
5/10 of an inch.
There's Paul Case. Hello. Yep. And Joy Bartlett. Yeah, I don't know how many times they have said that we've heard in the last couple of weeks or so
Yeah.
that flooding rain, you're in 2 to 4 inches, and then it's like 3 to 4 or whatever, and
Yeah.
totally went around us. Totally went around in donut hole, and we got like 0.05. So,
Yep.
like half a 100th. No, 5/100ths. That's 5/100ths.
Whatever.
It's
I
math.
was very good at math.
Yeah. Yeah. There's Edgar Patrick. Hello. And Farmall. Hi. Okay. I don't know where we are on that. Let's see. Let me pull this up. And
Troy Sutton.
yep. And Joy, everybody is saying hi. And I'm looking here.
We didn't.
Okay.
We didn't schedule any special guests tonight, so.
No, just occasionally. It's we had family up this afternoon or this evening, and we have family that lives really close, and so we have family that pop in and out all the time, and so we weren't able to get on Donald and Lisa, Money Pit Homestead, or Wild Huckleberry earlier, and so that's just that's just what happens, when family's close. But we love that. We love that that family can pop in real close, and whether it's 5 minutes or 30 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
And so sometimes we miss, Sundays is just a Sunday afternoon evenings is a day that kids and family tend to be able to get out and come and see Nana and Papa. So, so it kind of derails us sometimes, but that's okay.
No
Yeah.
ice cream. We were too far away when I found keto ice cream, and I didn't think I could get it home without it melting. So
We did. We had to run to town today, and he was like, "Ooh," he's like, "I don't think I can get it home without it melting." So he was good. He didn't get any, but okay.
Ryan's having ice cream.
Is he?
That's what he
Oh.
said.
Oh man.
Should have ran to the store after we got home.
Well, what I reminded Monty is that it is it's Thanksgiving week, and we already have. There's going to be a lot of carbs and a lot of food loaded in this week. Let's see, what's Robbie saying? We moved back to our hometown so we could be close to family. Yeah. We were just really blessed that when our boys got old enough and it was time for them to move out, they both stayed very close, within a couple of miles. So we're all still really close, and parents and everybody are just right here, and we love that aspect of it. Let's see. So no ice cream Sunday for Monty, because he's going to have a mashed potatoes and turkey and pie, and but I guess we are working on.
Yep.
We have got it figured out, I think. We have a low carb. Most dishes we've got figured out how we can do low carb, but not all of them. That's the rest of the family is not low carb. So, but we did figure out a low carb pumpkin pie.
Mm-hmm.
And
Biggest thing is low carb mashed potatoes.
yes, Keith. But we made we made rutabaga, mashed rutabagas, which is like mashed potatoes. But I didn't really follow a recipe. I just threw things in. I don't follow a recipe when I make mashed potatoes either. I just threw it
Basically,
in.
what she's saying is she doesn't follow directions very well. That's what she's saying.
If it's something like mashed potatoes, I don't need really directions. But I did put more cream cheese, I think, than you wanted in there, or something. So I will do a little better when I'm doing the rutabagas for Thanksgiving. It's called Cheat Week and Move On, I think, Paul. If the cheat is too heavy and too bad, it might knock you off that wagon. No. Well, so we'll see. It really, low carb. Truthfully, you replace like your whole flour with almond flour or coconut flour, which is not a big deal.
Yep.
And you replace your sugars with like monk fruit or allulose or stevia. I won't be using stevia because stevia sometimes has an aftertaste. You can sometimes get a taste of something else, but monk fruit is great. And I've got allulose, and we haven't used that yet. So really, I'm just kind of switching up some of the heavy carb ingredients on a few things, and I don't think it's going to be bad.
But we're still making real mashed
potatoes
for everybody else.
Yep. And
I'll probably have to taste test those a little bit, make sure they're right.
Of course. Paul says, I fell off of the wagon before. You probably fell off. I was going to say a lot of wagons, but I was meaning hay wagons, or How do I get this up here?
I thought I hit
There it
that.
is. I
Oh,
didn't.
it's the other enter, I guess.
Yeah. Landed near something stinky. What? What did Ryan say? Me too. Okay, me too, Paul. Landed near something stinky. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna come over here and see what we've got going. And landed near something stinky. I gotta turn that down. Oop,
Yep.
sitting here. I need to hit that. Okay. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. And
I don't think y'all can hear it, but there's thunder in the background.
I know. I know.
It's wonderful.
Let's go there. Trying to get this opened up.
Yes, we do. I bought a couple different loaves. The one I got today, it's a little different than what we've had before, but I don't remember what the brand
Yeah.
is.
I don't either. I don't usually eat it. I haven't eaten a lot of bread for a long time, other than like I would make it once a week for us on the weekends. But he likes to have sandwiches every once in a while, so
Yep.
he's bought some keto bread and buns. We did have some keto hamburger buns. I can't tell the difference.
Yeah,
I
I don't
cannot
know
tell
if
the
any of
difference.
y'all bought the sausages from Red Feather Farm.
Oh, Dwayne, Red Feather Farm. They were
Bratwurst.
bratwurst.
Yeah, I got the jalapeno cheese.
Yeah, because that's what you use the hamburger or hot dog buns on.
Yeah, they were pretty good, especially when you do the onions and boil them and then put them on the grill.
Yeah,
They were really good.
I don't do sausages and bratwursts, and I don't do any of that. That's not my cup of tea. But I don't do hot dogs, and I used to, but
But then when we were camping and I made smash burgers, I had to have a bun. I wasn't gonna
Yeah.
do no bun. There's something wrong about that.
I know. I can't remember. Did we all? Yeah, we all had. We both had probably the keto buns. So I mean, we don't eat them every day, but we've gotten them. I mean, gosh, we've been on this for 4 months, I think. August, September, October, November. 4 months. So 1st of December will be 5 months, which is crazy that you've been keto that long. I mean, we've been pretty strict, but I would say in the last month and a half, we've been a little more relaxed.
I still haven't had a bag of chips yet.
No, but you found some Quest. You found Quest chips.
Yeah,
Which we have-
Those aren't potato chips.
Lewis Brand, he says, is my favorite. Keith said Lewis Brand. What is that?
The brand of bread, keto bread.
Oh, okay. Paul says, I hope y'all get some rain.
We
We
are.
are not too
and
bad
it's
for rain.
wonderful.
I know, we're sitting here listening to it, and there's the quietest little rumble of thunder in the background. And so we're getting some, thankfully. I think, I'm not sure. I've lost, of course, when you notice it, it's too late, but I've lost at least two little pine trees, and we lost like an evergreen, like a cypress type. It was over by our porch, and I was going to move it this fall, really winter. But you don't, especially with like evergreens, you don't notice that they're dry. You don't
Until
you
they
don't
turn
really
brown.
realize it. And so I had a good sized little pine that we had put up here close to the yard, and it died. Monty said, your pine is dying, and once they start turning brown, you can't save them.
They're done.
I don't.
I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know. I put the water on them real heavy, and so then I started watering a lot of different trees, just because I didn't realize we were kind of in that drought until I started seeing it here recently on the news, on the weather, and they were showing, we're in a pretty good, serious drought right now. Little donut hole right over our few counties. in our area. So
Yeah, the north side of the county gets it, the south side of the county gets it, we don't get it.
yeah, totally skipped us. So
Oro wheat is the brand of bread I bought today.
Oro or Arrow? Or is there one of
OR.
each? Oro? Oro. I thought there was an Arrow brand too.
Well, it might be, but
Yeah.
that's what it is. So, but that's what she needs to make keto cornbread.
Oh. No, stuffing.
Stuffing.
Stuffing. I was going to say, I haven't,
Yeah.
Monty's the one that kind of hunts down the different recipes. Because he's like, hey, we can have this, we can have this. And he's been coming across a lot of Thanksgiving recipes.
Yep.
And so.
You mention it, I'll look it up.
I know. And so I was saying, I was talking to Mom, and she uses cornbread and bread in her stuffing mix, which I'm going to make it this year. And I was like, ooh, we're just foregoing the cornbread. And
I piped up.
Yeah.
There is.
he said, yep, we can.
There's keto cornbread.
Yep. Yep. Ryan says, got a friend who lives in a place like that. Everybody around him gets rain and he gets nothing.
Yep.
We've not been in this little donut hole for a long time where, I mean, we had
It's
a
real
lot
good.
of.
It's real good when the tornadoes come. We want to be in the donut hole where it goes around us, but
Mhm.
the rain is just.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So we, especially if we're going to get freezing temperatures soon, we need the ground to be wet so we don't lose any more trees. We've had a lot of big trees die, and so has our son. And
Have any of y'all experienced
Right.
that? Just strange, just out of the blue, big trees
like big oaks.
just die.
Mm-hmm. And you just don't even realize it till usually, I think we noticed it around, I don't know, sometime in the summer, and you're kind of just thinking, well, you know,
You look up in the top of a tree and all the leaves are brown, and then you start watching it, and the leaves just turn
Yeah.
brown all the way down, and it's like dead.
yeah, you got a friend in me. Yeah, Ryan, yeah, when his friend gets the rain, he gets it all at once. We haven't, well, we did have a lot this summer in June. We had flooding,
Yeah.
but I mean, we don't flood here where we're at too much because we're kind of still on a hill, but we have two hills. Our neighbors are both on higher hills than we are, and we're kind of down between them, but not totally. Yeah, the bottom is our.
That's the ravines.
I call them our ravines, but they level out. They're almost like a dry creek bed by the time they get near our front door or in our front yard. And so
Yeah.
anyway, they overflow.
Yeah.
But the
we
house
have
isn't
no danger of our house ever flooding.
I hope not. No,
Well,
it'd have to
if
be.
it does,
It'd have to be bad.
Yeah.
It'd have to be super bad.
There'll be a Noah flood.
Yeah, which we had one of those back here a few years ago. Because we don't have creeks, but in the rainy season they turn into creeks. I guess we call them. They're like small and large canyons that just run
All
a
through
maze everywhere out
Yeah.
here on everybody's property. And one year, I don't know how many years ago it was, we had so much rain, and they were overflowing, basically some of them. But a car went off our road, and she went off in one of those dry creek beds, canyon areas. And was it just a tin horn under the road?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But
Well,
the
it
tin
swept her
horns
car away.
Yeah,
and
the tin horns out there are big enough you can almost walk through.
drive through, yeah. But it took her car, and I mean, she died. She passed away. It took them several days to find her car, because
They
everything
found
out
her
here
car.
runs towards the
They
lake.
found her car, but it took a while to
Find her. That's right. That's so bad. So
Yeah.
it's crazy out here.
But today,
Farmall says yes. 2 years ago we had a bad drought. They're still falling. Yeah.
How many?
Hi, Greg and Donna.
How many turkeys did we have out there?
Oh my goodness. Oh my.
Really?
Yeah, about I counted over 30.
Yeah.
30. We've never had, which it's a flock of, it's not a flock. I believe it's a gaggle of turkeys.
Whatever.
I think someone let us know if there is a big flock of turkeys. It's not a flock, is it? I think it's a gaggle. And but we've never had them on our property like that. We've only seen a single or two of them
Yeah.
ever in the
Wander
times we've been
through,
out
but
here.
today there was a whole flock, gaggle.
A gaggle of turkeys. So there were several big ones, and we saw some of them had the beard, and some of them just looked huge. And I got the camera and I was trying to sneak outside and film them before they could see me, you know. And of course, we had a gate open. It's two adjoining fields, and one's just the front one where the little sheep are and Rhodey, and they were out in that front field, but the big farm gate is open so they can go out to that other field, and that's where they were.
They got up just
and they
about,
were all just hopping the fence, heading over and coming into the field, and we've never seen them do that before.
Yeah, they were about to come up in the sheep's pen, and
Yeah, Rhodey was up at that point, but he didn't see them. But
it's a flock or rafter.
Rafter? What is a gaggle? Is that a gaggle of geese?
Geese.
Okay. So Joy says they are a flock. Okay. So I'm getting it mixed up with the gaggle of geese. It's a bird. Why is it not a flock?
I think it's.
Why is geese not? So what's a duck? What are okay. So yeah, Farmall and Joy are both saying flock. Okay. And gaggle is a goose.
What's
but
a Congress?
Oh.
There's something. I'm serious. I'm being serious.
That is
Somebody that's on your phone, Google that.
Yeah. A brood, a gaggle are all acceptable. Oh. Well, if it's a flock, though, it's easier to a flock or a rafter of turkeys. Never heard rafter, I don't think.
But it was cool watching them. I mean, and there was some massive hens. I mean, massive.
Ryan said when geese are flying, they are called a sheen. I haven't heard that. Yeah, I don't know. But they were, and so they stayed out there, I bet about an hour or so, just kind of wandering, moving back and forth. They get over like they were going to go through the open gate because it's open probably 5 feet, and they could see it, but our sheep were over there, or our young sheep were over there.
They were trying to figure out what.
And they'd go through for a little bit, and they were just like, "Oh, I don't know about that." And I couldn't believe Rhodey didn't go over there. Okay, Robbie is saying that ducks are a flock or a waddling. What's a gaggle? Who's a gaggle? I don't want to have to get off of here to look it up. Did you bring your phone over here? Oh,
okay.
Yeah, look it up. A brood. Okay, Farmall. There we go. A brood, a gaggle are all acceptable. All acceptable. Search tells you all kinds of things. I know. But so anyway, that was, and we counted, so a lot of juvenile. So there were a lot of smaller ones, but they didn't look like babies. Geese on the ground are a gaggle. Okay. A gaggle is a geese. Gaggle is a goose. A gaggle, a flock of geese. And a disorderly or noisy group of people. Okay. So what are turkeys? What is a flock of turkeys? It probably is going to say a flock of turkeys. But anyway, so there were lots of young ones, and there were a few just huge. Oh my goodness. And that we could see the beards on and all, on them also. But at some point, they kind of maneuvered back and forth, like they didn't want to go that way into the other field. And so they'd go back to the far back corner. We couldn't really see them at that point. But at after, I don't know, an hour or so, we saw some of them start flying up into trees. And pretty soon they were just all just, up in the trees. And we didn't see them after that. So we didn't know if they were hanging out in the trees back there, because back there in that far corner, that's also where one of the deep part of the ravines canyon that we, on our property is. And so I don't know if they heard something or they got spooked or what, but I don't know where they, if they left the property or if they stayed up in the trees for a while. And then this evening we didn't, go up and look. Are you still? But that was pretty cool. But we already had Thanksgiving's turkey in the freezer, so we weren't going to try to put one in the freezer.
Baboons.
No. Oh, a Congress.
Yep. Is that fitting or what?
A Congress can refer to a group of baboons, although troop is a more common and scientifically accepted term. No, they're baboons. A Congress is a baboon. Oh, this is good. I heard a group of ravens is an Now, what is Paul saying? Thought crows were a murder. Raven, crow, or vulture is called a congress. Well, Joy, baboons are called a congress also.
Well, baboons, owls, crows,
Salamanders. Those are all what? A congress?
Can be referred to.
So, Joy, yeah, he just read baboons, owls, crows, and salamanders can be called a congress. Makes
crows
no sense how that grouping.
But what they're saying there, crows, a murder is well-known term for a group of crows.
Wow. Well, is it still in the Congress one then?
But as a case,
Oh, but Congress is also used occasionally for crows. Wow. At least one source suggests that a congress is a group of salamanders. Wow. Or is Congress called baboons? One and the same?
Yeah. I think so.
Oh, baboons does accurately describe our Congress. Oh, that's just too funny. Oh, wow. Anyway, so we did. That was pretty cool. But it's not turkey season, but man, had it been turkey.
It is.
Is it? I thought turkey season was over. I mean, I wouldn't really know.
I'd have to look at my outdoor thing, but
Okay.
I thought fall turkey season was still on, but maybe not.
I don't, yeah. Y'all might know. I mean, I don't know if any of y'all know for here in Oklahoma. I know we've got thunder going on. It's thundering in the background.
Yeah, if they'd got a little closer, it would have been turkey season.
Ryan says we hate to insult the baboons.
Yes.
Well, if it fits. Oh my goodness. Wow. Gosh. Well, and then there's always my chickens. So, my chickens, my poor birds. Gee, we have a couple of chickens that are still not fully healthy. And I think we talked to y'all. I think we told y'all about this a few weeks ago, that I actually had to take a chicken in to the vet. No joke. And we've never done this, and we would never do this if it wasn't absolutely necessary. But the whole flock was basically sick. or half of them. And when you have 30 birds and you supply your whole family and your kids and your grandbabies and everybody with eggs, I didn't want to lose everybody.
Greg said in eastern Oklahoma, it's always season.
So unofficially, oh man.
Yeah, Paul, archery is still okay.
Oh man, it's still on in Oklahoma. Well, we missed that opportunity. But like you were telling Caleb, our son, it's like, taking one out is not the problem. It's like, who has time to process it? We didn't. We don't have that today. Funny thing about living in the country, something outside must have disturbed a skunk. The smell just waved through my door. Is that Ryan? Yeah. I am. Thankfully, we do not see too many skunks out here.
We haven't seen any in a long time.
Long time. Haven't even smelled them in a long time. Now,
Cars take care of most of them.
I don't even see them necessarily on the
I see
road.
them on the highway.
Well, the highway maybe, but not the roads out here. But we do have, we have armadillos these days. We've never had armadillos that I'm aware of. But now that we know what it looks like when they're tearing the yard up, we've got them. And we always have possums and raccoons.
Yeah.
Possums and raccoons. It's like we can't really get rid of them. And stray cats. Can't get rid of them either.
People must come out here to dump their cats.
Unfortunately, I know. That's horrible. And I can't keep any because my kitty, my she doesn't play well at all with anybody other than her, she doesn't play well with other cats.
And she's too small to be a bully.
She can't be a bully. So
she probably weighs every bit of it. Maybe 4 pounds.
4 pounds is
maybe.
What I was going to say. Yeah. But anyway, the chickens, I've got them back on treatment again because I had one girl for sure, 2, just about. I thought maybe 2. And so the vets, I thought, well, we're not getting eggs. I'm actually buying them or getting them from my neighbor. And so we went ahead and did our second round with them. But I haven't lost any more. And everybody seems to, actually, they're even starting to lay, give us some eggs now. But there's an egg withdrawal. So once they finish their medicine, then there's still a 14-day egg withdrawal. So if you got lost somewhere out in the wild, just look for a possum or an armadillo and follow them. You'll be on the highway. Yeah. How is our mice problems going? Greg says. We still have them.
Killing them as quick as we can.
Slow as possible. Yeah, we haven't killed any in a while. Hope it wasn't my dog. Don't need that to deal with. Oh yeah. Yeah. We still have mice. We've got mice over. Not in the coop, thankfully. Not in the coop.
Because we're not feeding in the coop now.
But I see them around the barn area. They are getting in Rhodey's. So Rhodey's Bay, we have like a lean-to, and it's divided out into 3 areas for the sheep. And then Rhodey, we've got a farm gate on one of them, and he's got a little pass-through. Sheep don't come through. They could technically, the little ones could get through there if they knew, but they're not determined like that.
Because we've got a self-feeder in there.
Yep. We've got a big metal self-feeder that we just put him 20-pound dog food in there at a time, and he eats when he wants. Well, the mice have, and I have it. It's not on the ground. I've got it elevated and screwed in to 2x4s or the wall side or whatever. I've had it in different sides. I ought to try putting it back on that wall now that it's done. And anyway, the mice get up there in it, and it's about 6 inches off of the ground.
I can push the door open and get
They
inside.
push that front flap door open, and so I haven't figured out what to do unless I try to find a stronger magnet or something to keep it, which that might be an option. But Monty the mice murderer, yeah.
Ryan, got to go to bed.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Ryan. Yep, I know. Hopefully, everybody will have a light week at work.
I wish.
Because for hopefully everybody does get off on Thursday and Friday if possible. I hope everybody does have a great Thanksgiving. I know Monty's work is quite busy these days.
Yeah.
They've got so much work. So
Everybody's trying to get everything done by the end of the year, and it's like,
yeah,
get busy.
he'll be working heavy this week, probably once again until Thursday. And company is shutting down for Thanksgiving. So hopefully, but yeah, we still have mice, and I'm still treating sick chickens. But so like we said, I did take that chicken in, and I felt ridiculous because I put the sick chicken, I put her in the little cat carrier, dog carrier, cat carrier. And I felt ridiculous going into the vet with a chicken. But it was just one of those things. It was something I never thought I would do. And, but they had to see her, or they had to see one of the chickens before they could treat them. And it was like,
or they said if one died, we could bring that one in too.
And I had just buried 2 of them the day before, and I didn't know if I'd have just put them on ice. He said, yeah, if you lose another one, we hope you don't, but if you lose another one, put it on ice, put it in a cooler and bring it in. And so thankfully we didn't lose anymore, but we are doing a second round to just because there were a few little stragglers that were still fighting this respiratory and
gurgling when they breathe.
Yeah, there's a name for it. I just don't remember what it is. And it's really more detrimental to roosters. And I lost 2 roosters. Oh, well, Mr. Frizzle, our original Mr. Frizzle, I think he's the one that originally came down with it. And then it just kind of spread and got worse as it got into the fall. And so then I lost the new little rooster that I got at Oklahoma Homestead Rendezvous. We came home with a beautiful little blue splash copper marin, and he got it and he passed away. But the younger Mr. Frizzle, the little younger Roo, he survived it. He came out of it. So, okay, what are y'all saying? The Mickey interview was awesome. Thank you. We had fun with it. We thought he would be so fun to do have as a guest on live stream, and he was. I mean, he's a hoot, and we didn't know a whole lot about you don't get a whole lot of we haven't had a lot of chances to just kind of meet Mickey and get to sit and visit with him and find out how he has evolved here on YouTube, or has come around. And he was a lot of fun. Hopefully we'll get to see him, and he'll get to come to some of the meetups here this next year.
Yep.
I hope we all get to make it to the meetups. And I don't have any of those dates in my head, but
Are you going to mention who's going to be on next week?
We probably should. Yeah, I guess we could. So what is scheduled for tentatively, Simply Jan Homestead. Jan has agreed to come on with us next week. So we're excited. I hope the 30th, it's going to be November 30th. And we're thinking, we might do these have special guests every once in a while. And Jan is just somebody I'd love to visit with too. So she's
She's a
great.
hoot also.
I know.
If y'all
She's-
got to meet her was it the Eufaula?
Jan was at Eufaula,
Yeah.
Mid America. Yep, Mid America.
That was the first time we got to actually visit
Yeah.
with her, and she's a hoot.
I know. So sweet. And so she's going to come on next week. And I don't know for how long. It shouldn't be a super long live stream, but then again, I don't know. But we're going to have fun with that one. So you guys be sure to, if you guys want to ask Jan anything, and most of y'all might know her better than we do. But I think it'll be fun. See what Miss Jan is up to. And
If you haven't started thawing your turkey, you better hurry.
oh my. So that's why we went to town today. We had to run to town today. We were looking for a brine.
Yep.
Stuff. Well, we also had a few ingredients to get. And
Yeah, I was.
and by the way, they didn't have the brine he wanted.
No. So I'll just make my own.
He's got to make one.
Yep.
But you checked our turkey, and it was not thawed. It was.
And I put it in the fridge Friday.
So 48 hours, and it has not hardly thawed.
It hadn't thawed at all.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to watch that close.
Yeah.
Starting like in the morning, we'll pull it back out. I think you actually pulled it out today.
Yeah.
And it's
I'll let
cool outside, so it was like 40 something degrees. So it should be good.
Yep, we'll make it.
So, and now it's raining, so it's getting ready to get cold. We got to bring in some firewood. That was kind of on our list today, and we didn't get that done. So
Well, we had to tag along with us to town.
yeah, we did have a little grandbaby with us, and so that's but that didn't have anything to do with us not getting our firewood. We just went to town, and town took us a little longer, but we had fun.
The big grocery store that we went to that we thought would have everything
Mm-hmm.
didn't.
Nope, it didn't. So it did not.
And it took forever to get checked out.
I know.
I wasn't going to wait in line at the self checkout.
Well, I think being 4 days before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Everybody is.
Scrambling.
Yeah. So we were standing in line for a little while. Anyway, brine that turkey for 24 to 48 hours, and no one will have to eat dry turkey. Yeah, we don't want dry turkey. I am making some gravy though, so.
But I'm going to probably spatchcock it and smoke it.
Yeah, you're gonna get up early and do that. Are we doing it Thursday?
Yep.
I was wanting him to kind of do it on Wednesday, but then we have to hold it and then reheat it.
And I
But
just,
last year we had so many issues pop up. I think we shared it on live stream how it was the worst Thanksgiving we had ever done because everything was late, messed up everything. And I'm like, okay, let's get as much done ahead of time the day before as possible. But he says no on the turkey. So he's just going to get up early, which
Yeah.
I kind of agree.
Yeah.
But
I just think if I cook it the day before and then wrap it up or whatever and put it in the fridge, it's going to be
you'd have to get up, you'd have to pull it.
nice.
You'd have to pull it a little early, and then you'd have to put it back in the smoker the same day. And so
Yeah.
that's iffy because we haven't done that. I'm sure big places do that all the time, especially when they're doing tons of turkeys and selling them to the public.
If they're not spatchcocked, they're all together.
Oh, see, I wasn't even thinking about the spatchcock. I was just thinking of the whole,
If you don't know
whole
what,
bird.
if you don't know what spatchcocking the bird does, just look it up. I mean, it's all laid out. It all cooks through.
Okay.
So
I
it's
didn't even realize you were doing that one.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. He used to always deep fry them. I don't know if y'all have deep fried turkeys. They're so good.
Yep.
So I still like deep fried turkey.
It's just a lot of oil, and oil is expensive these days.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah. One of our daughters doesn't do a lot of fried foods. And so
But
it's
a deep
the
fried
smoke,
turkey, the deep fried turkey, you wouldn't.
it wouldn't have that.
No.
I always just dissolve 1 cup of salt and 1 cup of sugar in a gallon of hot water and then cool it with ice and add extra water for a brine.
Yep.
Yeah, that's he wanted to get a specific brine kit he was looking for, but
I've used Meat Church. I've used they call it bird baptism, and it works really well. It imparts a good flavor,
but they were out. So
yeah, and
which is crazy because you were just there.
Yeah, when I was buying your birthday present there, and they had just tons of them. So I thought, well, hey, since we were taking back what I got her for her birthday.
We were changing sizes and colors.
So, anyway.
I liked what he got me. He got me house shoes and a lounging set. I'm a house shoe person. I go through a lot of them.
But they had a huge display of them. And I thought, well, we'll just go back over
Meat
there.
Church
You
is
can
good
do
as
that. I can get the. No, not at all. So,
Yeah, they were out. I think their computers showed they had some, but they couldn't find them. So you'll just have to make your own.
Yep.
But you've done that before,
mhm.
so it's all going to be good. I'm just trying to be more prepared, and I'm trying to anticipate the the issues so we don't have
No issues.
issues like last year pop up. So
No issues.
no issues. Nope.
I got the issue that my smoker was having. I've got that fixed. So.
Good. Okay. Well, that was probably the biggest one that I was worried about, except for I burned the gravy. What did I do? I did something with the gravy
I don't know.
and had to start over and remake it.
That was done inside. I had no.
I know. Oh my gosh. I can't even remember what. And then there was something else. There was 2 faults on my end. And it was just like, oh, the recipe that called for the sage, it was way heavy. It was horrible. It was horrible, I thought. And I just don't like a lot of sage.
I don't eat dressing.
He doesn't eat it. So, but everybody else eats dressing or stuffing. We call it both, but stuffing and dressing. And it was way too much. So, there we go.
Yes.
There he is. But anyway, I had a few disasters last Thanksgiving, and I'm not going to have it this year. I'm trying to, although now we have a whole new menu that I've got to figure out. But so it'll be good. All will be good. I was going to share one little prayer request, though. We have had a little bump this week, and that was Monty's mom fell.
Yeah.
And she doesn't have a concussion. She got a pretty good rattling on her head, but she broke her tailbone.
Yeah.
Cracked it. Yep. And it's pretty bad on her. So we don't know if they're going to get to come or not. So if anybody thinks about it, we'd love for you to throw his parents both in the prayer requests.
Yep.
So, because I have had an injured tailbone years and years ago, 20 some odd years ago. And you're going to, you will know that injury was there in 20 years. 20 years later, you're going to know you had a tailbone injury. So, not fun.
So what's Paul Case up to?
What have you been up to?
I just seen it was about time for you all to get done, so I wanted to come and tell you a story.
Oh,
All
good.
right.
Well, we have just a tad bit of time.
10 minutes. Might be a long story.
It's not going to be a long story. It's going to be a
Oh,
story.
A short little.
I run onto a guy here a while back that he had cut off 3 fingers,
Oh no.
and he went to his doctor and he asked his doctor if he'd still be able to drive with that hand. And the doctor said, I think so, but I wouldn't count on it.
That's a pastor joke.
yeah.
Well, I asked my doctor if I could play the piano after I cut my thumb off, and he said, sure. And I said, well, that's great because I never could play the piano before.
Hey. Nope.
Uh,
Oh my.
He said, and after I asked him that and we had that little discussion, he said, you don't need any physical therapy. They couldn't handle you anyway.
okay, can we ask, how did you lose your thumb?
You know, I have a sawmill.
Yep.
We were running production stuff at the time, and I cut that off in 2017, so I haven't been without it terrible amount of time yet. But
Wow.
we were running the edger. I had a bunch of help that was supposed to show up, and one of them, my youngest son, was straggling around, you know, being a lazy butt about getting to work, and some of the others that was already there were already waiting on me and my son to get some stuff made. And right as quick as we got started, the sawdust conveyor under my edger plugged up, and it is an old ear corn conveyor, and it wouldn't turn. And I thought it was plugged up down underneath. And so I went to digging underneath of it, and I didn't shut the edger off. And I could not see the blades on it turning because I had this fabric skirt that made all the junk that fell out the bottom of that. And the edger we've got is just like a table saw except on steroids. It has 2 big blades on it, and it had in-feed and out-feed rollers. And that skirt kept me from being able to see those blades. And I was holding that skirt up with this hand and digging stuff out of that conveyor, and it caught my glove and drug my hand into it real quick. But I got it back real fast, and I don't like to gross people out, but this scar right here was a saw cut, and it cut straight up the front of that thumb. The whole stuff that still looked okay. There was actually one spot on it you could see from the back where the blades had cut all the way through, and it had severed the bone.
Oh.
And so they pretty much right away, the doctor told me, he said, I think I could spend some time and fix it, but you'd never have a good thumb that you could use. And I told him it's better off we can take it off of there then. And I didn't know it until, can't remember. I'm thinking it was 10 days. I had it in a wrap for 10 days, and then they took the stitches all out, and I didn't really realize it, but I also had stitches in a wound here,
Wow.
here, and here, and around the end of this little finger. And so it's really a wonder I had any fingers left at all. The blades were set 3.5 inches apart.
Wow. Oh
So,
my.
Yep. And I had earplugs in, but I consciously wasn't paying attention to making sure that the thing was shut off, and it ran with a little gasoline motor. And that stupid motor was hard to get to start sometimes, so I didn't shut it off. I run a board through it. I had to have known it was running, but
oh man,
one moment of not paying attention cost you. So
yep,
that's how it happened. I was that was like first thing in the morning, and we went to Joplin, which is real close here, but they said they didn't have anybody that could help me, and wound up sending me to Springfield. And I rode in a car with this wrapped up.
Oh my!
Holding it to myself to Springfield, and when I got there, they're like, "Well, we've been waiting a long time here, but
You got thunder." Oh man!
But I was back home right after it got dark that evening.
What? I mean, was that just so excruciating painful, or did you have so much adrenaline going on that?
I can describe what it felt. I thought it, if a person got his hand cut like that, it might be such a screaming pain you wouldn't be able to stand it. It
Right.
didn't feel like that. It felt like a paper cut with sweat in it. It just stung really, really bad. And the thing that really doesn't make any sense about that is when I got to the hospital, the thing they done to help me feel better was they put it on a pan and they were putting saline solution on it. And as long as they kept that wet with saline, it didn't hurt at all.
Wow, that is wild.
Yeah. And that doesn't make any sense because saline has just a touch of salt to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It didn't hurt at all, but man, it stung really bad, just like a slice, a paper cut.
Wow. Mm.
But I've had so many of that kind of cuts. At one time I had 100 head of mama cows, and it was not uncommon for us to build a half a mile to a mile of fence every year, and my arms would be all cut up with them little cuts from that stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
So used to stuff like that, and
Wow.
terrible. But I did notice when we got 3 miles from the house here, I got to noticing that I was getting a little bit shocky and I started sweating, and I had to start controlling my breathing or else I was going to hyperventilate. And it really didn't have anything to do with the pain in my hand. It was just that, I don't know, maybe I hate going to the doctor. That's it. I got white coat syndrome.
Oh, that is horrible. That's horrible. I have an uncle that I think he just took off the tip of one of his, didn't he? Jerry. Yeah, he made furniture and stuff like that. He that was kind of one of his hobbies, and he ended up taking off. It was just one of the tips of his finger, but still, it's.
I guess I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
My oldest son that actually bought the sawmill from me, and we've set it up at his place now. His fingers are so bad from being mashed, and he got one of the ends of his fingers in a belt on an air compressor, and it actually broke the bone in the end of his finger. And when the fingernail grew back, it split to where his fingernail looks more like a cloven hoof.
Oh, geez.
And
Oh.
he's smashed his fingers numerous times. One of the products that we have cut quite a bit of, and we haven't done it much in the last few years, but is railroad ties. Hardwood sawmills, a lot of them will cut railroad ties where you can. They're kind of strict on what they'll take, but them things are heavy. A normal 7x9, 8'6" railroad tie might weigh 300 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And you stack them by hand. You slide them as much as you can, but you got to let go of it somewhere. And he has mashed his fingers on smashing them or sliding them heavy cans and stacking them so many times. The end of it's on his right hand, I think. The end of his big middle finger is like a third bigger than what it should be. It just looks like it got a bubble on the end of it.
Oh my goodness.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Oh.
You never know. It all work out in the wash, I suppose.
Oh gosh. I know how bad it hurts just to shut your finger like in the door, the car door. It's like, oh, I can't even imagine.
This thumb that's missing's dealt me more pain since it healed up than it ever did when I had it cut.
Wow.
Have you ever heard of phantom pain?
Heard of it.
It's a real thing.
My uncle lost part of his leg, and he would sit there and he was like, "My foot itches."
Yeah, but there's no foot.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mine,
With the nerves.
it's actually doing it right now. It actually feels like we're having muscle cramps in this part of my thumb. There's no muscles in your thumb right there, and it's the nerves trying to search for an ending is what it is. But guys, that's been 8 years ago.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Mm.
Wow. I did not know.
Well, don't feel bad. My almost 3-year-old grandson just today discovered I don't have a thumb on one side. Papa, you can only count to 4. I think, yeah.
Oh, they're so cute when they're little. Oh man.
Did he have a puzzled look on his face when he realized it?
He looked for my thumb to see where I was hiding it for a long time. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
one
if
of
you
my,
were trying to do that nose trick,
yeah, I got your
with
nose.
your other hand.
Oh,
Well, if you did it with the other hand and was telling him, it might really scare him because he
Yep.
knows that you're missing the digit.
a good friend of mine has several kids, and his youngest ones of his kids were probably 12, 14. Whenever they come up to me one time and told me, they said, it looks like if you'd blow in that one, that would pop back up out of it. It works that way.
Oh, that would be cute. Oh, oh,
That's all my story. You've heard it all.
well, we appreciate you coming on. It's time for us to hop off of here.
Yeah.
Well, the
Lots
Lord
of-
bless you, and I want you to know something. I'm thankful to have friends like y'all, even though you're halfway across or farther than that on the state I live in.
Yeah.
Maybe the Lord bless you, and remember to be thankful every day and not just on Thanksgiving.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Y'all have a great evening. We'll talk at you next time.
Y'all
All right.
too. Yes, and happy Thanksgiving
See
to
you, Paul.
Bye. And everybody in chat, you guys have a wonderful
Thanksgiving.
a wonderful holiday.
Enjoy
and-
your family and friends.
Exactly. Enjoy the time because we're going to look up and it's going to be next Sunday night and then it's going to be gone like that. But enjoy your family and all the time together. And y'all have a wonderful time. And we will see you next week.
All righty. We'll see you guys.
Thanks for joining us. And don't forget, Jan is coming next week. So everybody jump in next week. Bye.